When you're designing anything digital, there's one single step at the very beginning that can literally make or break the entire project. I'm not kidding. It's the blueprint, the foundation that separates amazing products from frustrating ones. So let's dive in and talk about what this blueprint is and why it is so powerful.
Okay, so picture this. You've got a killer idea for a new app. What's the first thing you do? The temptation is to jump right into the fun stuff, isn't it? You start picking out beautiful colors, finding that perfect, slick font, maybe even sketching out a cool logo. But hold on a second. Is that really where you should start?
The smartest move, the one that's going to save you a ton of headaches later, is to step back and create a blueprint. And in the world of digital design, we call that blueprint a wireframe. It is the absolute key to building a solid, functional product from the very beginning.
I love this definition. Think of it like a skeleton. A wireframe doesn't care about the skin, the colors, the branding, any of that. It is all about the bones. It's the raw, fundamental structure that gives a whole project its shape and its strength. It's all about where everything goes and, more importantly, why it goes there. See, this process forces you to answer the hardest questions first. Things like, where do the buttons go? How is the content laid out? But especially that last one. Information hierarchy. That just means figuring out what's most important and what the user needs to see first. Getting that right is the difference between an app that feels totally intuitive and one that's just a confusing mess. It's all about nailing the usability before you make it look pretty.
And this is so important to understand. A wireframe isn't just some quick throwaway sketch. It is the foundational plan. It's the document that every single design decision down the line, from the visual style to the final code, is going to be built on top of. You get this part right, and the rest of the project is just set up for success.
Which brings us to the core philosophy of wireframing. It's a total mindset shift. It's about moving away from worrying about aesthetics and focusing, laser-like, on pure function. The goal here is absolute clarity, not decoration.
You wouldn't pick out the curtains for a house before the walls are even up, right? Well, that's the exact same idea here. A wireframe is completely obsessed with how it works. What's the structure? What's the user flow? Is it actually usable? The high-fidelity, polished design, that comes much later to decide how it looks. One is the foundation, the other is the decoration.
So you might be asking, okay, but what does stripping away all that visual noise actually do for me? Well, this is where the real magic of the wireframe starts to shine through.
Because when you look at that bare-bones structure, you can immediately spot the huge, glaring problems. Whoa, we totally forgot a back button here. Or, this screen is way too cluttered with information we don't need. You see what's missing, what's redundant, and what just needs to be better. Finding these things out now, instead of months down the line, that is a total game changer.
But okay, it's not just a powerful tool for you, the designer. Wireframes have this, well, it's kind of like a superpower when it comes to getting a team to work together.
Because they're so simple and stripped down, wireframes get everyone on the exact same page, instantly. Your stakeholders, your developers, the writers, everyone can look at it and understand the structure and the flow. You don't get sidetracked by subjective arguments like, I don't really like that shade of blue. The conversation stays focused on what actually matters, how the thing works.
And that focus creates this incredibly efficient feedback loop. It's simple. You build a wireframe, you gather feedback that's all about function, not fonts, and then, here's the key, you can integrate those changes almost instantly, especially with modern tools like Figma or Balsamiq, where your whole team can jump in and collaborate in real time.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Moving a few gray boxes around on a wireframe might take you, 5 minutes? But trying to rework a fully styled, high-fidelity design that's already been handed off to developers? That could take hours, maybe even days of frustrating work. This is all about working smarter, not harder.
So, you see, the wireframe is so much more than just another step in the process. It's your foundation. It's your collaboration tool. It's your strategic blueprint for success. By mastering it, you're not just designing a layout, you're literally engineering a better final product from the ground up. So the only question left is, with your blueprint ready, what are you going to build?